then?
We could have recorded live at the hotel. Anywho,
this man is trying to sneakily go live and shit over here. This
guy. Whichever.
Anyway, welcome everybody to another what seems to be live episode of Bumps and Bruises podcast. I'm your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid 56. Always glad to be joined by Mr. Don't Poke Me. I don't know what's going on there. Apparently, he gets poked at least 38 times a day.
38 times a day, man.
38 times a day. You know, either that or some people be asking like, "Hey, man, you oiled that thing down? You got that thing oiled down?" But anyway, let's jump in and get right in the action. So Friday Night SmackDown was some pre-taped shit. That's all it was. It was pre-taped, y'all.
Pre-taped. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, so we ain't gonna jump in. So we're gonna jump right into the PLE. We have a whole bunch of covered. Wait, hold on, check. Hold on, checks my notes. Nope, it was only the 4 matches. The PLE for WWE as me and Mr. Don't Poke Me, Bama. That sounds like a racist sentence. Don't poke me, Bama. We were live and in person for Survivor Series. The boys were back in town. It was me, Derek. It was Rand, of course. We were in there live and in person watching what was actually a balanced card. Like if you watch it as like at home, it's basically turning into a UFC card. Have you noticed that? You know how UFC likes to give you a whole bunch of pre-shows and a whole bunch of prelims? Is that without the prelim fights? Nobody watches those fights anyway. Half of those fights, unless you're a true fan, which I know before people come and attack me at the comments, especially some of my friends that are fight fans, unless you're a diehard fan, you're not watching the prelims, unless it's somebody you know, somebody heard about it, somebody regional. So WWE is over there trying to give us some content that we could digest. They give us the breakdowns. They give you the ESPN of it all. Like, you know what I mean? Like what people are going to think, what kind of logic, what kind of strategy that these individuals are going to use, and basically getting everybody caught up before the pay-per-view. Am I correct to assume that, Mr. Don't Poke Me?
Yes, sir.
Like, you know, maybe they could have given us a better palate cleanser after the Dom match. Like, you know what I mean? Like I did not like the fact that they used the women's title match after such an amped match, because I felt like it was kind of a disservice to the women there, because they're both hell of a hands. You know, I don't know if I would have put necessarily Nikki Bella in this situation, but I feel like this entire thing is like a ripple. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's something that because of a moment that happened in time, which was Naomi being injured, this is where the offshoot is going. So I think they're trying to make the best out of it because they had to change course. And in doing so, you know, they probably had La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer, being a champion, and they probably were going to have well-established rivalries by then. That they just had to veer this way. This is why the sudden heel turn of Nikki Bella, which I wouldn't even be mad if a couple weeks from now she walks it back and she's like, you know what, I'm doing. You know, I was going through my moment. Like, you know, we cool. Like, hey, we ain't got to be friends, but I respect you, type deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like you the champ, so I had to take a shot at you. But like, if you give us a match, like a perfect match that would have been a palate cleanser and also would have kept the crowd engaged, you give us AJ Lee versus the New Day. Perfect. But I guess, you know, since they already knew that certain people were going to be off on Monday, they had to, you know, they had to stack that card kind of, you know what I mean? But, you know, of course, the women started off the Survivor Series War Games match. What did you think about it? Now, for those of you in the comments or whatever, or listening, I'm curious, did everybody know the changes that were going to be made beforehand? Because I came into that pay-per-view blind in terms of
confused, right?
Yeah, of what?
I said confused, right?
Yeah, like this man got meat hanging off his mouth. But anyway, I digress. But I'm talking about like no cage. They got
No
rid of the shark cage. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was a thing that's been a part of War Games since NXT. And somebody said it's because of the entrance, but I'm like, NXT is a smaller venue. Usually they just compensated it by changing the where the rampway was or how the rampway was set up. But I guess this being a stadium that's used quite often for baseball, they probably had some geographical restrictions that they had to adhere to. You know what I mean? You can't like really like I don't know, like I'm not part of the ring crew, I'm not part of the stadium crew. I figure like there's hard nose for stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's different than a football stadium because football stadiums, you know, some of them the grass comes up and you know they can have hard floors or whatever. But this is baseball and you know the field itself, like home plate was where they came out of, which was cool if you're a baseball fan. Like I don't know. But it was crazy. I did like it felt like a hybrid of War Games slash Royal Rumble with the countdown and the anticipation of who's next. Like I again being there live, I didn't watch the program on TV. Like were the announcers like saying who was coming out next? So they were like, we don't know who's next, but we know what team they are. Like I remember last year it was part of the strategy that you didn't know who was coming out of the cage.
Right.
So
that's how it's been since it's been on the main roster, though.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I think all the women killed it, even though at this point it's formulaic, at least for Io Sky. Like you know what she gonna do.
You know she got that trash can.
She got the trash can, and it's like the Kofi's Royal Rumble spot that unfortunately he doesn't do. I don't know why. Hopefully they'll give it to somebody like Javon Evans this year or somebody.
So with that, he got injured the last time he did it.
Who, Kofi?
They messed up the spot. Yeah, that was 2023.
What happened? He like slipped off a chair or something?
When they threw him out, he hit his head on the thing, on the corner of the announce table. Like technically, he wasn't out. His foot was on the chair.
Okay.
So he wasn't
because he was maybe concussed, they decided to just declare him eliminated. That much sucked. It must suck. First of all, falling on any part of your body at a certain age sucks. And then watching Braun Breaker landing on his neck, I was like, oof.
Hey, my God, listen. Nah, that's crazy. Anywho's, the women's match, probably second best match of the night.
Okay. It was a fire match. Like, would you have had a different order of people coming out?
No, because I liked how it went down.
You like how it went down? So
to start out, Asuka and Charlotte, which that's an old rivalry within itself. When Asuka came to the main roster, being undefeated, won the Royal Rumble just to go against Charlotte and lose at WrestleMania.
I mean, that WrestleMania was a weird one where we thought we were getting New Japan in the US. Nah, it's like the two Japanese wrestlers, they got the title shots. They were like kicked to the curb so quickly. But you know, we had a couple of spots. I love the Rhea Ripley tribute of Art the Clown. If you believe the rumors, I believe she's gonna have a significant role in part 4 if that ever comes out. You know,
her husband put her onto it.
No, I don't think he's in the movie.
No, I said he put her on to Art. To Art.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because there's so much merch money being made there. Like that was probably the number one best-selling t-shirt this year during the Halloween season, the Rhea Ripley Art the Clown. And I didn't even know about it. And I saw it in a group post, and I was like, oh man, I grabbed it and I snagged all 3. And then when we were at Survivor Series, there was a 4th one that I was like, you know what? I took a picture of it. I was like, I look for it on Hot Topic later on. Because you know them on-site prices not be
crazy,
conducive.
Boy.
They'd be conducive to like people that don't have the internets that only deal with pocketbooks.
Who don't have the internet?
I don't know. And look who the cat dragged in over here. Our third man.
Still winded.
He got still winded. It looked like you actually are winded right now. It looked like you ran in. It looked like you.
There's a literal run in.
Like, so we're here talking about the women's match. We talked about
the rule
changes.
They did keep the we're not sure who's coming next.
Okay.
We know what team they're coming from, but we don't know who's going to be out. So
they kept that home.
So I assumed you watched it at home, right?
Yes, I was not in San Diego.
No, but I'm talking about like you might have just watched highlights. You know, we never know with you. You're like, oh, I ain't watching that. If it's not the New Day, I ain't about it.
I didn't watch live because I had to watch UVA clinch their way into the ACC championship.
Cool. Whenever you start that podcast, we'll talk about college football. Until then,
they won. By the way, they made it
back to wrestling.
And we got to take 1 minute because I'm going to shout it out here. One of my former students just committed to UVA at that game.
I thought you were going to say committed vehicular It's like just committed. Like, so he's going. You could have just going. Why do people say committed? Like in a relationship? Like, how come they don't say he married?
Yeah, it's a relationship. They get paid. The commitment.
Hey, well, I remember back in my day, the only thing you committed to was the debt that you were going to get for attending school.
The times have changed. They get paid to go now.
Man, so yeah, were they 100% clear in the beginning of the show that the shark cages were gone? Or was that something? Okay. Was it something that they mentioned in the beginning, or like when the match started and like, you know, one of those like, well, you might have noticed that we don't have this. And who were the announcers anyway? Was it Michael Cole? Were any of them involved? Yeah.
Michael Cole was there.
Cole was there.
Barrett, right?
Yep.
So they're not even doing the mixed individuals, right? It's like
no, they didn't at all. Which the commentary stuff has been a little weird lately.
Yeah, I still don't know why Michael Cole is still on SmackDown. And like somebody said that they're waiting for Pat McAfee to be back after college football, so then they can both join.
Because I thought it was too much on him.
No, he's going to come back. I think he's going to come back starting the season premiere, as they say, of Netflix. I mean, Raw on Netflix, and I think that we're going to get a lot of stuff. That's going to be the new Raw after Mania, which is going to be weird because then it's like if you keep taking something special and making it routine, it's going to lose its luster.
Right.
Like,
not going to be special no more.
I am looking forward to us getting an actual proper anniversary show of Netflix Raw, because I expect wrestling things to happen. I don't expect people coming out and giving us long-winded thank yous of people that we don't know or ever seen on TV. People like the Raw last year, the first Raw really destroyed a lot of storylines. For those
you mean
of you
The Rock's
that know.
not going to come out and say I'm supposed to hate this man, but I love him?
Yeah, I mean, not even that. It's just like the Cody standing there looking like he's supposed to look at him like oh, we're gonna feud to like, oh, I guess we're doing this. Hey, yeah, sure, I love you too, brother. Like,
and that's exactly what it was, because Cody didn't know he was making that audible in the ring. He's like, I'm QB1. I'm supposed to make the audible.
Check it though. So he was Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He wasn't the final boss. That's it, because they're different.
You know what?
It's like me, myself, and Irene.
He had the same clothes on.
I just need him to wear a name tag next time.
Right.
Or a t-shirt that says, let me talk to you. Or put on a sweater. Like at least Mr. Rogers took off his jacket and put on a sweater. Like, you know, when he became Mr. Rogers. So, hey, he needs to do something. But, you know, I think what we're going to get the first Raw of the first year anniversary is going to be different than when we had on its premiere. I think it's going to be wrestling focused. I think if Braun Breaker does win the title, which I don't know, man. I think it might be a very high possibility. I think it could be something crazy. Like we got to pay attention to Cody and Punk these next couple weeks, because If some friction happens and Cody gets involved, then you're gonna get that flip flop, and then I think Punk might go to SmackDown. You know what I mean? And then we can keep Cody there, because the only reason I think Cody pops up on Raw is because he has nobody to feud with on SmackDown. So
yeah,
I think
Drew McIntyre, who was suspended but not.
Yeah, but then I believe, and it's like we're gonna get a weird feud with the Samoan Werewolf. I think Jacob is coming back, and I think the timing of him possibly getting a title shot sucks, because Royal Rumble season is right there, and then typically at the Royal Rumble season, you already have a rematch of an ongoing feud. You know what I mean? Unless they're gonna extend the Drew McIntyre and have him get his title shot at a Royal Rumble, which they can do, but then it's like that entire purpose of that show is to kick us off to the road to WrestleMania. Like literally, it's probably going to be in the opening credits. Like Triple H is going to come out with a badass leather jacket. It's going to be walking through Saudi Arabia and be like, have a truck or something like he did for Bad Bunny, and be like, "This is where the road to WrestleMania kicks off," and then we'll see from there. I think they're pretty much in Holiday and John Cena goodbye mode.
Yeah.
Like I think based on what we saw yesterday, I can honestly see LA Knight winning and facing John Cena, and then having what is arguably going to be booed out the building.
Yeah.
Like I can't see LA Knight beat John Cena. Not now, then, or forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what about you, Derek? Do you think that makes sense in any way, shape, or form?
Does it make sense for anybody to beat John Cena on this last?
He has to go out on his back. Like John Cena is wrestling.
I'd rather it be LA Knight. Y'all are talking to the person who's been saying this whole entire tournament, I don't want to see it be Gunther.
Hey, I know you don't like LA Knight that much, but move over to the right so we can actually get you in the frame. Because you like over here, like you wasn't in the second.
I'm in my even with me sitting like this, I'm in the frame.
You're not centered. If you look at the second,
not that one.
You see in the one the live people see the sliver on the side. They don't see the horizontal one. They see the one that's vertical. So if you look at it,
watch it.
We're going live, so I can see on both sides. Drizzen, you get the live view.
You're watching the vertical view. I'm not watching the vertical view.
Well, yeah, both of them are up for me. Both of them are up.
Well, you can take it down. But I got
the vertical. You like this?
That's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
So I don't know, man. Like, I just don't believe that if they give LA Knight, like they said it, they're not mincing any words. They're like, whoever beats John Cena, this is gonna be something that they talk about forever. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like Brock beating Taker. Arguably, Brock didn't need it that time, but that made him now like the unbelievable force. Like, you know what I mean? I hate to be that guy. I just don't. I think it'll be wasted on Knight, and I like Knight. I just think you can
organic. It's not wasted on him is if they finally give him a true main event push.
Yeah, but because I don't even think, I think he benefits more him giving what I believe is the long-term way to you being a main eventer. And I have a couple of examples. I say you got to give him an interim title run to start. You know what I mean? And then you make him wait for the second one, and then make that the one that's actually his run. What do you think about that? Because we saw it with Punk, we saw it with Randy Orton, that they both, when they first won the belt, it was a big thing. But then when you look back on it, they were transitional champs. Even during the summer of Punk, I'm not counting that, but that kind of was. But I'm talking about when he beat The Undertaker. I'm sorry, when he cashed in on Jeff Hardy. And then when he cashed in on Edge. Those were like, I think, test runs, because he at the end of it, like nobody really remembers how he lost the belt. I remember the first time he got jumped by Randy Orton and then replaced in Elimination Chamber, which was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Right?
Like, it's like, hey, we have officials, but y'all just let this happen.
Like, well, they pick and choose when they're able to see things.
Yeah, it's like, so everybody had their monitor off, everybody was sleeping, but like honestly, I don't see him having a sustained push. Do you see him going on a monster run? I think you already have the pieces in place for Gunther to give him that, to make him the attraction that everybody else is aging out to be.
Well, with Night 2, he is one of the biggest what ifs in WWE. Because what if they had listened to the crowd at that point and let him beat Roman? It would have been one of the largest, like, 1 to 2 month bangs, skyrockets that we've ever seen. But I think immediately after that 1 to 2 months, people would be like, all right, I'm done. Give this title to somebody else.
Yeah, because think about this. Like, people were like, oh man, I thought he was gonna do it. I would have not wanted to see that. Like, I
would
know
have been okay if it happened then, because it would have been such a holy shit moment. It would have been that, damn, I never ever expected that to happen. And he was more over than Jay.
I would have honestly, the only time I would have gone for the Shock Value title change was when Jay was fighting him. When Jay came out with the white, when Jimmy got hurt and they slotted Jay into what was it, SummerSlam match?
Yeah.
That would have been the time to do it. But
well, and then they were up against the white too, because until that point, the white hadn't lost.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, man. Like, I don't know. Like it's right up there. Like, it's not for the long-term storytelling. And I mean, like for you to go back and be like, oh man, that was crazy. Like, you have to give the tribal chief that long run. Because arguably Roman Reigns cannot win the belt back for another 2 years, and he still wouldn't. His tier is so high up there that it wouldn't even matter.
He is,
like,
as a singular unit, he is the closest thing since retirement that the wrestling industry has seen to the Undertaker. He is bulletproof. He is, his music hits, and 80 to 90% of the fans are going to cheer.
And I'm a Shawn Michaels mark, but I think right now, arguably, because Shawn had a lot of bad storylines and his second coming of his career, that somehow by the miracle of God and the man he was praying to every time he came out, that he survived. Like, because that retirement angle or that manservant angle with JBL was dog shit. And then they knew
there were bad angles involving JBL,
but it gave us Shawn Michaels' retirement WrestleMania. That he literally started that whole streak of having these WrestleMania matches. That is like, if you're in the back and you're in catering and you're like, oh, let's see who I got. Oh wait, I'm after Shawn. I'm good, bro. I'm sick. I'm out. I got food poisoning. Ask Jericho and Punk.
But
had the best storyline going into that Mania. And that shit went over like a wet fart because Shawn destroyed it. Excuse me. I got it wrong. They weren't the main event, but they were the second match to go after. Like, everybody was like, ooh, Shawn and Flair should have gone last.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But on top of that, it's hard to not look at that and go, it's going to be Gunther, because when they're continuing to build the monster that is Gunther and the long-term reign of Gunther, it's real easy to be able to look back and go, this is the man that has retired the greatest in the last, 10 years.
Like Derek, think about this. And this is the way I see it. You give Gunther this, you don't have to give Gunther a belt for maybe a year or two. because he could just live off of that. That's a title itself. Because then people going to be like, I want to beat the man to beat the man. Like, I know you don't want him to win because you're like, he doesn't need it, but I think this adds to it. Like what it adds to his specialness. He becomes the man. Like he could arguably, if once Gunther does this, you could have somebody like Randy Orton be like, hey, like you didn't deserve to beat John Cena. And if he beats him on some like dastardly shit, like, you know what I mean? Like think about this. If he cheats or hits him with a low blow and does like, you know, which basically he already proven that Gunther does what he needs to do to get the job done. And that's the bottom line. He gets the job done. And it's not cheating. He's like that match. He literally, look what he did to Solo. He literally gave Solo the greatest match he's ever had.
Solo match was fire.
Like,
and to your point, Marcos, if we look at it from him not needing a title, he's going to be able to sit there and go, you know, not only did I retire Cena in 2025, I also retired Goldberg. Don't forget about that.
Yeah. He becomes the new legend killer.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say, word for word.
And then guess what? When the time comes, guess who he retiring to?
The legend killer comes back and says, all right, you said you're the new legend killer. Let's find out.
Yeah. Come on, man. Like, you need these guys that are made men without the belt. Like, I can't sit through him being holding the belt hostage. Like, if
though.
Huh?
I said he don't need to hold the belt.
Yeah. And that's why I think probably the smartest decision, and it was against my wrestling knowledge, was to give Dom back that belt. Because even Cena was like, yeah, we don't need this belt. In my last match.
And I did call that, by the way. I called that Cena was Cena was dropping that to Dom.
Like, so legit.
He already proved himself with the IC title run.
Yeah. But then think about this now. Dom can drop the belt tomorrow to anybody. He could drop it to whoever, a new guy coming in. It could be a fluke win. Think about this. Dom talks shit to Javon Evans. Javon Evans beats him in a miscommunication and he loses. Then Dom will be like, all right, whatever, kid. Dom is a made man, dog. He literally like I'm surprised Dom did not pass away and like ascend to heaven.
He's got a rocket strapped to his back.
Think about this. Like, yo, every little kid, he got his WrestleMania moment. Like, that's better than main event in WrestleMania. Bro, you got the last PLE match against arguably one of the greatest of all time in your hometown, where they arguably were cheering just as much for you as they were for him. And the pop that he got when that 3 went down, the entire arena was like, forgot about storyline. Like I'm surprised they didn't play the Rocky music. Like when he what? Like people start running, like, bro, come on now. As a Hispanic man, I almost ascended to heaven right there. When I was like,
why with all of this does Derek have a look like you just told him his homemade cornbread is horrendous?
I'm letting y'all live. Y'all have y'all
There's absolute disdain on your face as this is going on. You even did the lip.
Y'all,
you were like,
y'all have y'all
did the.
Go ahead. Tell us how, if you would have gone back, how far back would you have gone and changed the booking of John Cena's final run?
Oh, a lot. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, how far back? Where have you?
I would have even let him actually turn heel still, just not with The Rock, since The Rock wasn't going to be a part of the whole thing.
Yeah, okay. Let's start at the beginning of the year. His first event.
Terrible stuff.
His first event.
The majority of his run was good. I think the only thing that was really subpar with his run was that we still got the same John Cena we've been getting. He just didn't. He wasn't happy-go-lucky. He was just.
Is John Cena on the way home from a pay-per-view after being on the road for 7 nights.
No, he got listen. He got poked. He got poked probably like 38 times.
39, 38 is the limit. You go 39, and you got to oil that thing down.
Hold it up.
You got to oil that thing down. But okay, no, but for real. So you have him turn heel.
To be real, I would have had him either go back to Thugonomics with him being heel, or give us something new.
But is that going heel? I feel like him going to Thugonomics at any point this year. And you know what? I'm gonna say what today's day. Today's December 12th. I think he comes out to Thugonomics.
It's the 12th?
At his the second, December 2nd. I think he's coming out to Thugonomics for his last match.
I doubt it.
I think he's gonna have a call to that either at some point. Somebody's gonna give him a chain. I think that last match is gonna be a theater. It's gonna be a movie. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's going to...
But it don't need to be against Gunther. That shit is not going...
I mean, I'm just happy it's not Jay. Because if it was Jay, I knew 100% he was going to lose. I was going to be like, God damn.
You want to see Gunther pull a Brock Lesnar and a whole bunch of chops and suplexes and whatever else? Nah.
You know what? My GOAT. One of my goats. I want Gunther to punch his balls and hit that man with the two power bombs.
So in the YouTube chat, they said it should have been Carmelo. Like I said, it should definitely be someone who needs it.
Because
Carmelo
he's from Boston. Hold on.
Yeah,
in the YouTube chat, asking him is because he's from Boston.
No, they're not from Boston.
No, yeah, Carmelo's from Massachusetts.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's not. They're not from Boston, so why would they be like it should be him?
No, because that would be the tie. Like that would be the tie. I honestly think, if I'm being for real, and I don't know why he was not in it, I think it should have been Jacob.
Well,
should have been Jacob. Huh?
He got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah, so and it wasn't even his teeth that he had in his mouth. That extra that he just spit out, because all the regulars was still in his mouth.
Like I said, though, who would you rather be? You said Jacob. That's who you would rather be.
No, I'm surprised that they didn't go there, Jacob. Like honestly,
who would you rather be? Keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck, and people are gonna probably roast me. Out of anybody, it should have been what's his call, Joe Hendry. That would have probably been the biggest buzz. And then after he beats him,
listen.
They said they had
clapped. Okay, if it was Joe Hendry, I'll take Joe Hendry over Gunther.
Yo, if it was Joe Hendry, and then at the end of the day, you know, have him cry and be like, oh man, like you beat me, and then John Cena gets on the mic and is like, you know what, kid, you got it, and then we got something else for you. Go full blown storyline. Have Triple H come out and be like, kid, you're part of the roster. Have him sign it right there. You know what I mean? Because that would be good. That would have been the perfect Cena moment. Because if you're not somebody, if you're not Mr. Kennedy, everybody loves Cena backstage and out. Like, you know, his last couple of years, he's been about making sure that he's leaving some type of cement in the house that is not going to blow into the wind. That would have probably been the best thing. And I know people are probably like, oh, what about Oma? What about Trick? These people already have a character. Like, arguably, outside of the 3 times, because again, people forget the WWE audience, the majority of them only watches WWE. They're gonna be like, who the hell is this guy? Like, oh, good for him. He came from the minors.
But they're going to be like, oh, this is Joe Hendry. I'd only heard the entrance music.
So Shane, who you got? Because Marco said Joe Hendry, right?
I think Joe Hendry would have been a fantastic pick. And
who else?
Kudos to Marcos, because that is exactly how you do it. Because if you're going to go face, then you have Cena afterwards go, great job, kid. You know, that would have been an icing on the cake storyline. I think if we're gonna go heel, after what we saw with Gunther, Solo would have been a great choice. If Fatu was still healthy and had been a heel, he would have been a great choice. Any of the kind of monster type characters, and I know that's what Gunther is supposed to be, I just don't get that feeling from him anymore. And I think part of it is the weight loss. He just doesn't look dominating to me anymore.
So
who? Gunther?
Yeah,
because he didn't slim down. Anyways, in the chat we got Melo, Montez, or Penta.
I don't think I agree with any of those.
No, because I think Penta. I don't like that. I don't like Montez because then you would have had to rush so many storylines to make that work.
So what storylines do you not have to rush anything for Gunther? Do you not have to rush anything for anybody that was in that whole tournament?
No, what was Gunther in?
At the beginning of the tournament.
Because if it was someone in the tournament, then it should have been the Miz, especially because he got 2 shots at it.
I would have liked the Miz as well,
and
he should have been in the tournament from the
Miz
jump.
The Miz had one of his biggest storylines with John Cena. He beat the motherfucking man at WrestleMania.
Here's the thing:
he came from the real world. He was not supposed to be big.
I think this event, the reason that they're making such a big thing about this and putting it around this, also I think it would have been like at WrestleMania or something like that, is because they arguably want somebody to stay behind that is seen as a big moment. Because I think if it's LA Knight, you're gonna get one of these. And then all of a sudden, if LA Knight it might be in the first night of WrestleMania, you're gonna be like, God damn.
Listen.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if you give it to Gunther is the co-main event of night 2. If not main eventing.
I doubt that one.
Because look,
if it's not a men's and women's match, there should be no co-main event. You should not have back-to-back men's or women's matches and try and call it a co-main event. Because only one of them is the actual main event.
Tell me if I'm wrong here. Gunther wins this and then calls himself the most dominant superstar in WWE. And then all of a sudden, Brock's music hits. Come on, dog.
Brock will run through that man.
Yes.
And you know I hate Brock with all my heart.
Maybe now, but post retiring Cena,
God,
two people that beat Brock in his career for belts.
I'd rather it be Brock. I'd rather
takes a lot. There is some
exactly. That's how bad. I do not want to see Gunther.
Did Gunther take your seat in the fight one day? Like, why you?
Nah,
I think big man, I need my seat. Move.
Hey, I just think out of both, I think number one, Gunther. Since they rumored this thing, I think it was always going to be him. I don't like LA Knight. Honestly, I thought LA Knight was like at least
they gave Gunther the easiest win. They put him against fucking Evans. Like Evans is cold. Don't get me wrong.
That was
anybody who knows WWE, who knows how shit's booked, knew Evans was not going over against Gunther.
But let's look at something from that standpoint. And I hadn't completely thought about this from the time. And I don't think of Gunther as that monster anymore. When he was Walter, that man was a monster. Now he's Gunther. Like, I don't get the monster vibe at all. Maybe it's because Derek and I are bigger than he is. I don't feel like he can beat me up, so I'm not intimidated.
I don't know, man. I think that out of the 2 choices left, I would rather see Gunther's hand get raised at the end. LA Knight go, win the belt at the next pay-per-view and then beat nobody.
Want to see LA Knight? Not really.
I don't want to see LA Knight any night of the week. I was so happy he was not in Survivor Series.
God, that's crazy. But listen, hear me out though.
What? Because I didn't want to see him in Survivor Series?
Hey, that's fine. I don't care. Out of everybody who's been in that tournament, out of everyone who was in the tournament, who would you rather see fight? Who would you have wanted to see?
I knew it wasn't going to happen in a million years.
Because who did you want to see? That's all I'm asking.
That was in the tournament? Penta.
That was in the tournament.
Penta. But you know WWE only pushes one Hispanic man at a time, baby.
At a time?
At a time. Like, hey, think about this. Think how many losses Ray has taken since Dom has taken wins. Listen, they got to even it out. Like, look, hey,
at least
Mysterio,
my nigga.
Ray might die next week.
We ain't got none. All right.
Who?
I said we ain't got none unless some national shit happen. You know what I'm saying? unless we get another Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, nigga. So I mean, at least you got one. Hey, I'm happy for you, bro.
But we all know. Hey, I'm waiting for him for the. They're gonna be as long as we don't get the Mexicools Part 2.0, and they're gonna come out with some John Deere riding mowers.
That was.
What about Corwin White?
No, I think that was just Chavo. I think Chavo suggested that character. Hey.
Apparently, they suggested it to him, and he went, "I'll make it work."
Who do you think out of everybody that was in the tournament, Shane, should have faced Cena for his final match?
So as much
in the tournament,
the fun one that would have been who was in the tournament that could have set up like one of the longest callbacks in WWE history would have been Zack Ryder.
Yep, that's what I thought you was about to say.
Because if they did that after Zack
Ryder,
did
you say Matt Cardona?
That's not his WWE name. But Matt Cardona,
he was just on NXT as another person.
As Zack Ryder.
And I love that that who was it? The Monday Night Raw announcer. Bad News Barrett was like,
yeah, it was Barrett.
He was like, aren't you sure his name is not Matt Cardona? He was like, no. And then like you heard the paper shuffle, and he's like, no. I don't know if he goes by this name on Mondays, or something like that. It was like,
which
they know what they do.
He said he alluded to something about like King of the Indies or something. He put a little bit of a drop in there, which I was like, good job, Barrett. That was enough.
But that little nugget right there tells me that as much as people say people are WWE stands is the programming. Like there's WWE, and what people see as WWE at this point, in my mind, is Monday Night Raw. And then there's WWE fans that don't have Netflix. They used to watch Monday Night Raw. Now they're SmackDown fans. And then people that love NXT, that love younger guys are NXT. Go ahead, time out. Go.
How you got cable but you ain't got Netflix? I'm just asking.
Because you know, hey, I could tell you, I could call 6 people on my phone that are using my login for my cable.
Hey, using your login, that's different. I'm using my friend's login.
Or you live with your mama.
That's what I was gonna say. You live at grandma's house. You live with your parents. They never got rid of cable.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to my man Kyle. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to watch Monday Night Raw at my upstairs neighbor's house.
You just shouted out Kyle?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, back before USA Network was basic cable, that shit was premium plus before. Like, you know what I mean? That was right up there with ESPN when you had to pay. It went from $29 a month for whatever the basic one to like one that was $45 a month. And then my mom was like, nah.
Nah, they had a monopoly here. Shit went from like $29 a month to like $59 a month.
And then if you know how I knew you had money? If you had if you had HBO and Cinemax back before they used to be bundled. Yep. And if you had Stars, you used to sell crack. If you had Stars,
you didn't say crack.
No, you sell crack because you're not even making legal money.
That callback, if they had pushed Ryder to the John Cena stealing Ava Torres from Zack Ryder, but looking at the bracket and looking at how everything went, and as much as I don't consider him a monster anymore, if we look at the best matches in this tournament, the top 3 go to Gunther. He started off with Javon Evans, and that match was fantastic. So he can work with that style. And then we saw a similar style thing with arguably the best match since like the NXT days for Carmelo.
And
people were like, whoa, Carmelo is doing something again. This is great. And then what we got out of Solo. And there's no question about it. One of the top 3 to top 5 in the WWE right now, arguably in wrestling right now, is Gunther. I don't think of him as the monster anymore. It's not that I don't think he's good.
I think
just
he's
don't
the
think that's
Thanos.
monster intimidation.
Like I don't think you truly won anything until you beat him. Like he's not a world maker. He's not a world maker because we saw what he did with Damian Priest.
Oh.
I think Damian Priest is worse off because they thought they made a main eventer, and then Damian Priest ends up like having to be. He's in literally the mode that this guy's in. What's his face? Oh my god, yeah, no, Dolph. That's who he is. It's like, oh, you coming back? He literally turned into Sami Zayn. You remember the role that Sami had years ago?
Oh,
where somebody new comes in and he's like, hey, slow up, Cuddy Buck. I'm the guy that you got a feud with when you first come in. Like that's what he basically is doing. Like he's the I guess the I want to think about like he's the guy that you got to see before you get improving things.
Yeah, he's the enhancement. He's the guy that you got to go through before you can get to the next level.
Like think about that. Like
the fact like called Gunther Thanos.
He is.
It's wild.
And because my Hispanic hood, I can't say what is it. What was Thanos' famous line before it was like, there you are, it brings you back to me. What did he say right after that?
Finish the line.
I can't. I don't know how to pronounce the word because I'm super Hispanic.
You're not that, like, I mean, you are, but
what is it? He says it's inevitable. Basically, he's a constant.
He said, "I'm inevitable."
He said,
he's a constant.
This word because I'm Hispanic.
No, because I'm so used to my other podcast that you guys would have started shitting on me immediately. But I did say it right.
You would have rolled that and been like, "Is inevitable?"
Anyway.
Give it some extra tongue roll.
But think about it. He is that guy. Like you gotta like hey, like it sucks. I felt like they put Jey Uso, they put him in his path way too quick.
Okay. Last night
did the temper tantrum? No, we're still going on the PLE. We're still going off the.
But was that temper tantrum not one of the most forced things that we've seen in wrestling in a long time?
Because he doesn't have those layers. You can't what I mean?
That's been the problem. That's why I'm still team winded.
This is crash out, Jay.
No, that's not a crash out. It's more like crying out, Jay. And I love Jay. I still think he should have won that belt.
You one of them people in the Facebook groups that be talking about Jay? Somebody he shouldn't have been yeeting in the middle of the match.
No. I think that
did he get winded when he did it though?
No. He had his conditioning's gotten better. I think that's the new internet thing. And like literally in the last few shows, he hasn't been like super tired.
Rand said last night he did 4 entrances while they were on commercial, and he was like, looks tired.
Well, hey, it was apparently he was because he lost to LA Knight. I just think that I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to give him a nuance, but it feels like, I understand. Let's say because again, I have the memory of like a hamster. He didn't take a pinfall on Saturday, did he? Was he the one that got the pin? They got pinned? I thought it was Jimmy, wasn't it? It was Punk. Okay, so yeah. So why is he frustrated like he's been failing?
Because you know what I mean? He's part of a team that failed. He's part of a team.
He hears the internet talking that noise, and he's sick of it.
Like I want him to get angry, not go to sad. Because how you get one singles loss in weeks and you start crying? Like what's going on?
All right,
or maybe they're writing him off.
So, Derek, who would your pick have been?
Out of in the tournament?
Out of
anybody.
No, folks in the tournament. Same question he asked us. Who would it have been?
So in the tournament, I probably would have went with the same person you would went. I would have went with Zack Ryder or The Miz, just because those are callback to big feuds. You know what I'm saying? It's been a nostalgia thing this whole go around.
And Sheamus before Miz for the injury.
Yeah,
I just if we're gonna go nostalgia, the person that should have retired him is Randy Orton. That should have been his last match.
Because he's the legend killer, or he was?
Because they literally have mirrored each other's careers.
They had a year where they had 12 pay-per-view matches.
Like, bro, that is their biggest feud. Like, forget Brock Lesnar. Like, literally, these guys came out of developmental the same year. Literally, these guys have John Cena's had the work effort, like where Randy Orton has been handed to things. That could have been the promos leading up to this, but I guess Cena was just like, "Hey, just give me somebody who you want me to lose to, and that's it."
Oh, you said it should have been Edge. Gotcha.
I don't even think so. No, you talking me or somebody on your comments said that?
I was talking about you. That's what you said.
No, right? You mean Adam Copeland?
I arguably think
a lot of Adams over there, so you got to be specific.
So let me ask you this.
Oakland,
Adam Cole's not over there anymore. He's sitting at home playing video games.
Let me ask you this. So you really think that the everlasting rivalry, the final rivalry that John Cena should have had would have been against Edge? Yeah, they had a great 6 months run or year run when they were both when Edge first kicked off his main event career, but I think Randy Orton and them they fought so many times, dog.
For the fans, and this is what we do it for. We do it for the fans. I think Edge would have been perfect.
You know what I would have preferred? I would have preferred that
if Edge wasn't,
if Edge was in the WWE, I would have had Edge get Randy Orton's title shot and then kept them apart, and then at the end, Randy would have been like, "Yo, screw this tournament." I was like, "Dog, I'm your last match." Because that would have been, if you want to go to callbacks, he would have just RKO'd whoever won on the way to the ring and been like, "Yeah, I'm your last match."
I like controversy, so I mean, okay.
Think about
chaos.
But y'all really.
Also, I like that shirt too. We ain't talk about that earlier, so I like.
So let me ask you this. So you, because out of all of us here, and by all of us I mean us three, you're gonna be there for his last match. You would have paid for, at the end of the day, for Miz to be like, "Awesome! I came to play." As the lights,
I'd rather play than have this shit right here. I'd rather have the Miz. The Miz could have hit the slow motion shit, bro.
I would have not, man. I just don't. I don't think. I think it's gonna be a doper graphic of John Cena winning, because it lends to his whole thing. What he's been saying is like, I'm losing a step, and to have somebody be like, "Hey, I am reality. Let me check you real quick." That's Gunther.
Nah, what?
He's the only person in WWE that's not Cody that could be like, "Hey, this is what a main eventer should be doing." You know what I mean? I am not gassed. I am not winded. I am the guy that can, you know what I mean? I could come out in a suit. I could talk different languages. You know what I mean? It makes sense. Not the guy that comes out wearing jeans and a vest. Talk about, yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody's talking about.
Everybody's talking about, John, are you going to tell me where you got your plugs from? Ha, ha, yeah.
That probably would be the promo, almost like word for word.
Yeah, because I need them, John, because everybody's talking about how low can I hide my hairline.
So you want Gunther with the extra skin.
Hey man.
Hey, I don't hate on extra skin. Man did work.
If I wake up looking like Gunther tomorrow, I'll be happy that I'm 6'4".
He talking about the main hairline, so hey, let's bring up the extra skin.
Hey,
Yeah, but
Anyways,
but also he
extra
could.
skin
I'm
means
almost
that he worked. The hairline just means that he got somebody else to do it.
no. The hairline means that he was taking roids. Let's be honest, because if you look at John Cena's hair, well, yours and John Cena's are two different hair losses there. John Cena has the patch that looked like it was like juice. That was a good movie.
Did you see it?
Like that, and I get the same vibes from LA Knight. He even got the Rock's boots, the ones that have to hug your calves so they don't see how skinny your legs are.
All right. So the question that I'm wondering, because I haven't even had the chance to talk to y'all yet, give us the goods from actually being there.
Well, it's amazing. You know, we was in this big old baseball stadium, right? Mm-hmm. And as far as the eye could see, that's all I got. Anyways,
it was fans. It was a great atmosphere. Like I think what should not be forgotten is, although this was John Cena's main last PLE, although it was the most star-studded packed team that War Games has ever had, the star of the PLE was Dom. Like, bro, the Mysterio family were superstars this weekend, and I'm not trying to be funny. Think about it, like, bro, like the backstage segment, and almost, man, like I don't know, man.
So, as someone that was just on the outside watching, a question that I have: Did either of you bring home a chair?
Mine is on the way. I think his is probably behind him.
Is it near?
It's upstairs.
All right.
No, it's not right here.
The problem that I have, how was John Cena not on that chair?
It's not about him.
How did we have the men's war game people? They should have had the women. If they weren't gonna have John, they should have had the women on there.
Well, even if
they should have had Dom. They should have had Dom on it, but Dom was not that. Because but I don't think Dom was ever going to be part of this.
Dom beat John Cena.
Yeah, but he was also the last match added there. I think this whole Survivor Series is now and always forever be about War Games. So it's just a highlight of the team. Nobody batted an eye.
That wasn't the last match added though.
It was one of the last match added.
Because obviously there was
zero
only
build.
4. It was only 4. What do you mean zero build? There was no zero build.
Yeah, it was.
He lost the title. That was the build. The zero build is Stephanie Valkyrie and Nikki Bella.
When I say zero build, I think before MSG.
Oh, you're talking about Fortnite. That's what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about. Do you think before MSG somebody had a storyline saying, all right, John Cena is going to win the IC belt on this particular date, and then we're going to turn it around and give it back to Dom in LA. I mean in California.
Yeah. Because it's his hometown. So yeah, it's 9 times out of 10. Unless they're gonna have him hold it to the end, which the title he should have held to the end should have been the world title, because Cody Green sucks. I know I didn't get to that part of the show.
Cody Green? Who's Cody Green?
He said Cody's reign.
Cody's reign sucks.
He said Cody's reign sucks.
I know. He was the highest merch seller this weekend, though.
And it's still Cody.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'm getting chilly. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
This man's got to go get his.
Because
spoiler alert, going to get his new jacket.
Exactly his. I'm not even gonna put him on blast. His nice little windbreaker.
His shiny new toy. After he was like, I'm done buying stuff, and then he just told us that he bought 3 Rhea Ripley shirts and took a photo of a 4th. He got a new Cody Rhodes jacket. He's done buying stuff.
Yeah, you're right. He got a new Cody Rhodes jacket. You're right. You said that perfectly, sir. Anyways,
so go ahead. Tell me about more.
How much that run you?
About $90. About $90.
That's how much it ran you.
That's how much it ran. Hold on, let me check the tag.
Look at this man. Look at this man. Just bold face.
Yeah, it's about $90.
Did you just rip the tag off?
Yeah, we popping tags up in here.
Okay, I mean, nice jacket. Just like I said, it was a nice shirt. You know what I'm saying?
But go ahead and tell me about my QB1's reign.
About your Q, it sucks. The one before that sucked. Is this the hot topic every week? Do y'all need me to? I need to have like a little graphic go across the stream.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
We need you. No, we need the graphic, and you need to have a secondary camera to be like, so let me tell you about Cody's reign.
Listen.
You got 2 cameras.
I got 2 cameras, okay? Don't I look as of next week, it'll be a thing.
Why is Marcos in a movie theater?
That's where I'm at.
He ready for Scream. He about to be Scream 2. About to get stabbed up.
I'm always in a movie theater. You know what? I'll switch it up for you. I'll make you feel better. Look, for those of you,
he gonna be in the hallway.
There you go.
That's where you normally are.
Make you feel better. Hey, spoiler alert, I do more than one podcast. That's why I'm in the movie theater.
He just forgot which one he was on.
He didn't switch over. He just was like,
He's like, nobody will notice until Shane calls me out.
I mean, that is your thing. That is your gimmick.
What, calling people out?
Yeah.
Not always.
It's the corrector.
The amount that I could call out is a lot less than I do.
Hey, there you go. You fighting your nature.
Cody Rhodes' reign is not the best. We all know
That's all y'all got for how it was being there live. What'd y'all do after the show?
I mean, what did we do after the show?
Oh, you know what? I want to hold on. I just want to shout out Rand because without him, nobody would be there, right? Right, Derek? There. Yeah. I just want to shout out Rand,
Grammy nominated.
Grammy nominated. No, it was a good time. Honestly, like Survivor Series was number one. It was awesome because we got to link up. For those of you who don't know, everybody
we all sat together.
Yeah.
Not for the whole show, but we all sat together. That's the first.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first.
And
all jokes aside, I was surprised. Like, you know what? People be like, "Oh, Marcos is nice," but Derek has seen me be not nice. I've been like, "Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need you to slide over." Like, if I'm people's bad stuff, and they're like, "Oh, my bad."
That's the funniest shit. How they booted this man out his seat.
Told a grown man to move down 2 chairs because I wanted
y'all
to sit next to my friends. I did, not y'all.
I did. I was in my assigned seat. Okay.
I just said, "Hey, brother, you might slide down 2 seats." Hey, he even breaks style. He said, "I got you, big dog."
If you would have came, Shane, you would have been down there with us. You could have bought the cheapest seat in the thing. And you would have been.
I was in my assigned seat. I don't know what you speak of.
So how'd you all pull that without wristband?
This man. I mean, we going live. We talk about this. Like, we'll talk about something about this.
We'll talk about it in the group chat.
Like, I don't know what you speak of, but me and our friends were in our assigned seating. I was very.
We sat in front of Lana.
Yeah, which was a class act. Thank you, Lana. She took pictures with a couple of us. She was cool. We ran into a lot of people. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you saw me and what apparently is my twin brother from another continent.
Your new doppelganger.
My Bronson Reed. Cool guy. It was funny. But
so
the biggest.
Where were you all where all of those photos came from?
We were at the Town Hotel.
Oh, that was just at the hotel?
We were hanging out. The only person that did meet and greet was Don't Poke Me because he did it 38 times, and the 39th is when he was like, "I'm done." But no, how Derek does what Derek does. He out there. He had to grease that thing down. Go ahead and oil that thing down. But no, it's a lot of good brothering. We ran into the Justin the Wrestling Classic.
That was the photo that you cut Derek out of.
No, Derek, go ahead and tell the story.
Told me to stand on the side. Nah, it was just they took a photo together.
They took a photo. It was like
that was really it. I was
and
right.
then Marcos posted it and said the boys with no Derek.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. So I mean, it didn't
how like because if you go back to a bunch of events, me, Rand, and Justin have been chilling since California. Before Derek acknowledged who I was.
No, before you acknowledged me, man.
No, Derek saw me on the phone and was like, "Yo, Rand, why are we waiting on this chump over here? Let's just go do what we're gonna do." And I was like, "Man," I went to the bathroom and cried, and I was just like, "You are loved."
I wasn't even calling him Rand at the time. He was Mega Rand.
He had the Mega in front of it.
That's how much.
Excuse me, Mr. Mega Rand.
I can help with some stuff. Let me I got you. Let me talk to you.
No, but it was like it's a callback, and it's like I know that if you use the boys, the term is inclusive. I don't know what you'd be thinking about, Mr. Team Still Winded. Like he's over here. Hey, what did Chris Brown say? like,
stop sleeping around. Oh,
stop! You outside the club. You can't even get in. Like you over here trying to start stuff with us. It's not even there. You got hey man, you got to show up. Me and Derek got what? This is about 3 trips me and Derek have done.
Look, I got kids. I got no job. What do you want me to do?
I don't know, man. Like
you got a 401k. Fine, you got a savings.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, for emergencies. If I don't get a job, that 401k won't exist no more.
But that was an emergency.
But the awesome thing was a beautiful part.
Reset.
I don't know about y'all, but that I was very amped because it was a nice park. The press room was amazing.
So did you get press passes?
Yeah,
I was there as press. That is correct.
That boy, big time, man.
I ain't big time.
How many times did he get denied?
I gotta thank Rand. I gotta thank Rand because I got a press pass because of Rand.
Rand got a press pass too?
No, it's a joke. I'm being cheeky, as they say if I was from Britain. But no, it was a good time. My overall favorite match that was a vibe was Dom, followed by the women and the men's match. The men's match was like 95% amazing, and then it's like a 3D print when that towards the end it just starts messing up. It's like, oh man, what the hell?
It didn't have enough support. You know what
I'm saying? It just fell. It just like
for those without 3D printers, it was
just call Marcos, who's got at least 2.
At least 2. He got 7, 6.
Well, I'm just talking about what we can currently see on screen.
Or what we can see in the background.
What he's got set up in the ring behind him.
But yeah, that's how I gotta support my habit. I gotta create stuff. I 3D print money for my no, but it was cool. I always love I have this goal of like going to California and hitting every major city that I want to go see. San Diego's a sleepy town. Unfortunately, I'm a victim of my own laziness. I didn't get to venture out to where I wanted to. I didn't get to eat stuff that I wanted to because I was just lazy.
There was no Tijuana.
We were there to relax.
Yeah, and then I ended up having probably the busiest day like hours before my flight. Listen, outside of that, it was cool. We got to
what was that, Derek?
I said he was running around that last day.
Yeah, but it was more like wrestling was like the thing about wrestling and going on these trips. It's not about meeting people. It's not about going to the events. It's about getting together with people that you don't see all the time.
Yes,
like that's what it is. Like seriously, you know, like I got to hang out for a bit with Adrian Hernandez, you know, from Heavyweight Radio. He's amazing. Go check out his stuff. You know, I was able to be fortunate to introduce Derek to a couple different people out there, and it's just like when you forget that you don't see these people all the time, that you see them just in this particular space. Like fandom is amazing, and I'm not talking about having access or anything like that, because you know at the end of the day, I'm a fan. This is a podcast by fans, for fans, and every person here, like if anything, if you go about how much you like to go and how much you support the product, the biggest fan here is Derek. He's a catalyst of this podcast. He's an active consumer, both a merch and product wise of it. And he's also a near and dear friend to all of us in there that hang out with him. It's like, bro, like, yeah, we the group chats and on our socials will throw out a pic, but it was more like I had more fun just sitting there talking about what ifs. Like we were sitting at the bar, talent sprinkled around us because after a pay-per-view, people forget that talent, like, is you getting off of work. Like, ain't nobody bother the person that's the manager of a Target. So, some of these wrestlers go out in there and you could tell they're hanging out with people that they don't normally see. Like, so, like, the few wrestlers that were around, they had peoples in town, and you could tell we're sitting there having a full-blown conversation that got wilder and wilder as the more we kept drinking about what ifs and who deserves the push that I'd rather not even repeat on here because we had some hot takes.
Oh yeah,
it was just like,
good time.
And it's like, and the people were like, "Hey man, so y'all went all the way to San Diego after a pay-per-view to do this?" It's like, yeah, and I'll do it again because it's about the camaraderie that you have, like being around people that you like that are interested in talking about what you like is what we're here for. It's what leads to our musical taste, our movie taste, to our podcast that we create and listen to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't listen to podcasts where people who have the exact opposite views of things that I like. You know what I mean? But it was cool, me and Derek, we made sure that there was enough beds for both of us this time.
Everyone slept by themselves.
And the number one rule of going on a wrestling trip with Marcos is make sure he's not near a car or he's not in driving distance because he will roll out at a drop of a dime. Like, you know what? Somebody stepped on my sneakers. I'm out. I'm leaving.
I got to go. How long's the drive? I could do that.
14 hours? Yeah, I did bring my truck. All right, I'm going.
I'm out.
I'm gonna catch y'all later.
And that's as someone that couldn't make this trip because a myriad of factors in life, but has already made the plans to be there for MagFest, which is wrestling adjacent and where a lot of us initially connected. So being able to do that and have the whole crew, including getting Derek out there this time, getting Corey out there so Marcos can stop saying that it's AI.
No, you were trying to add him to my life like he was a part of it, like AI. It's like, dog, like, come on, man.
Dude, the photo of you and your doppelganger had him in the background.
Who my doppelganger?
Bronson.
He's talking about Bronson. He said Cody. He said Corey was there.
Yeah, apparently he was. Corey was in our room too, right? We didn't even know it.
Never would have guessed it, man.
Never would guess. And the good thing about these wrestling trips is that you can tell that people don't like the choices you make.
Look, for those of you that don't know, you can see Corey is right there over Marcos' shoulder.
This man over here. Anyway, first of all, why me and Bronson real happy to take that picture? That is the most organic, happy picture ever. I don't even know. Like,
if you had an all black shirt with a chain and a hat, a black hat,
we both had the chain on. My chain, I don't even was my chain even visible because I think
it wasn't. You can see it around your neck, but you can't see it the way you can see his. If it was there,
oh man,
look, Corey was like, "Yo, pull your chain out," and he was just like, "Nah."
But it was a cool ass time. Like, you know what I mean? And like that in Atlanta, when we went there, in Atlanta, I was purely there. I was there as a pure spectator, and I had such a good time. Because it's like it's all about the memories. And then you get people like Derek and Rand that kept giving me shit for my hotel choice. But hey, you know, we owed that thing down. It was good. I liked it. I liked my hotel.
Wait,
I would stay there again, and I stay there by myself and be like, y'all have fun. Because I didn't want. I want to. I want to spend. I didn't want to spend a semester at college on 3 nights hotel.
Like I said, that's all. It was just mad monkey, man. Other than that, man, it's cool. Sorry.
Hey,
like Derek, be real. Was it gross?
No, it's just it's not my hotel. You know what I'm saying? If we wouldn't staying where I wanted to stay, we would have been at a Hyatt. Okay,
a Hyatt 45 minutes away
with like a breakfast or something.
That Hyatt was 45 minutes away. Hey, you would have seen me the day of the show in that same, but like, Mark, oh, he's sleeping. He saw the Uber ride and he saw that was going to be $85. He said, I'm only going to make that trip once. $85 is crazy. But yeah, I liked it. It was cool. Like more power.
I didn't realize
Huh?
Yeah. I said we even had a barcade. That was cool.
You know? Oh yeah, that was awesome. In which I started to realize why I don't like going to arcades, because I suck at a lot of things. At a lot of things. And I even cost us a game of pool without even knowing.
Hard.
I was like, what?
I was like, you get in the 8. I was like, where? I was like, wait, what? I was like, shit.
And then when bystanders was like, yeah, we saw him hit the 8-ball. Y'all just kept rolling like nothing happened. And I was like, I wasn't even paying attention.
You got innocent bystander call out?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, but that was a chill bar. I liked it. I wish I'd honestly, if I don't want to rush back home, I wish I would have had one more night out there. But except, you know, San Diego was extremely expensive. I would have done one more day. Like I would have probably had you going later, and we would have been both leaving to the airport right now, just so I could go to Tijuana. But that'll probably be a trip on itself.
Yeah,
because and it wasn't like there wasn't any opportunity. Because when Rand was like, we could go tomorrow at 8 a.m, ain't nobody said nothing. I was like, all right. Marcos, you could talk to Derek. I did not speak for like hours on Sunday. I was just like my soul was still sleeping. I was it wasn't even I'm too old to get hangovers. It was just like my body was like just sit there with the choices.
Just drinking beer.
Yeah.
You know?
But still, it's just, you know, staying up late and everything. Come on, I'm an old man.
Tell him I got cut off. He was like, what? Hey, you want to drink? I was like, yeah, let me get this. And then the next day he was like, you want to drink? I'm only buying beer. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah. Drink beer. Because him and Rand be experimenting.
I got one drink. I only had one drink though.
Him and Rand be experimenting. Shout out to Bootleg Kev. Bootleg Kev came clutch, serving rounds at Tehran, because I was just like, but you know what? You know why is a big shout out to him, because me and him drink beer. And notice no beers came from out of our rounds. I mean, only beers came out of our rounds. We even made Rand drink beer, and Rand does not like beer, but we were like, hey, we got beers.
I don't drink beer.
Because that bar, if you ordered anything besides something that you just do this, you were gonna be there for 45 minutes. But
it's perfect for him to bring me my little drink. So I feel it. The barcade was cool though. That shit was chill.
You know, we linked up with Gary from Mania Club. Is always an amazing time with him. One of the nicest guys ever. Yeah, shout out to that organization. And then of course, we can't forget for WWE special guests of WWE on Monday Night Raw, coming out of Arizona, mega Grammy nominated Rand was there.
I thought we were talking about Pharaoh Brown.
No.
Of the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, you know what? You know how it is. But he was there. He was a special invited guest. He got to interact with, I believe, something that should be coming soon digitally with the New Day. And, you know, it's always a good time. Like, it was a good wrestling weekend in terms of, like, just hanging out and having fun. Like, the card yesterday, since we started talking about Raw, I don't know, man. Like, people, like, I guess I'm old, and I feel like certain promos don't hit, and like I felt like Braun Breaker like stumbled, and he just like, you know how people don't really know what to say, so they start getting louder as they're talking. I think that was that whole promo. Like,
The
was it a
internet seems
passionate
to have
promo?
loved it.
People like, yo, up and down my timeline were like, and I guess because I was watching it on the plane coming back home, but people were like, whoa, he about to be ready. I was just like, he's just
internet
screaming
seems
like,
to
you
have
made me
loved it.
fall on my neck. Like, that's all I can remember. Like, you know what I mean? Like you trying to kill me, punk. So you guys tell me, what did you think about that promo?
I feel like it's exactly what you said. He didn't know what to say, so he got loud.
I agree.
To get his point across. I think you said it perfectly, because that is hilarious. Like,
because I was like, you know what I mean? Like one of the promos that I liked was when Triple H used to be a heel. Triple H used to slow his speech down, used to take you down a story, which is why he was one of the great heel promos. But when Triple H was the face, it'll be like, oh, because you don't got the testicular fortitude, and just be like, oh, he turned into a 13-year-old boy when he's cutting a promo as a face. As a heel, he'll walk you through why he's a better wrestler than you, why you can't lace up his boots. And like, we didn't get all that. And I feel like again, I am not a wrestler. I'll probably freeze up if I ever have to talk like that in front of a crowd. But I feel like, man, you have so many talkers in your corner. Your mouthpiece is Paul Heyman. Like, I understand, maybe it was all jitters. Maybe he had something said and he had something and it just came out this way. Like, I love the fire and the passion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could tell next promo is going to be better. Like, you know, by the time we get to the first anniversary of Raw, but it's like, I feel like people just want to say what they want to say about him. Like, I didn't think you were like, yo, like, look at, like, in your timeline, am like the comments that we're getting anywhere here. Was it that dope? Do I not know how to recognize the promo anymore? Like, I thought the LA Knight CM Punk promo was way better. That was a masterclass. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, it didn't hit for me the way that it did for the internet, it seems.
Like, what was the promo? Was it the promo that the Faces did on SmackDown for the Survivor Series team? That was a better promo.
You mean the 30-minute intro?
No, I'm talking about when there were
SmackDown, that was Raw. My bad.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like it felt like it's starting to become a point that people want Braun to be in the main event so much that they're just
remember, he's
like,
young.
Excuse it.
So young.
They excuse everything. Like, yeah, he's the, like, I'm almost certain we're gonna go to a WrestleMania at some point if they ever come back to the US. Where it's gonna be Braun and Dom for the belt. And then we're gonna be like, back in my day, I remember when they were part of factions. And they both were just IC champs. Like, you know, now look at them. They have accolades upon accolades. And like, oh, you see Jey Uso's cousin? Yeah, I know he's managing them, but he was the greatest of all time back in my day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I also feel that if they push this too soon, they have an eerily similar hump that they're gonna hit, kind of like, remember, for those of you, like, and again, Derek, I forgot if you were watching wrestling as heavy as you were back then. Remember when Roman Reigns was gonna before he won was it Royal Rumble and was gonna face Brock Lesnar? There was a point that I think he had one match before that the Royal Rumble prior, they were like, yo, he should have won. And then maybe give him the title. And people were like, nah, it was when he just broke away from the Shield, when like they were like, oh yeah, this is the time. But then they waited like a year and a half, how WWE used to do back in the day. Like, oh, you waited until the iron is cold. Like, you should have struck him when it was hot. Like, yeah. I think if they do something, if you're gonna try to push this as this immovable object, I think you do give him the belt. Am I wrong on this, or am I right?
No, you're not wrong.
I mean, him getting the belt is a given. I mean, we know it's coming.
I'm saying give it to him on that Netflix. You want to start off with a bang?
I think it's too early, but I think there's a good chance they do it.
Just because, like you just literally on TV said that this entire faction is Paul Heyman's. Paul Heyman has never laced up boots. Braun Breaker was the catalyst of this entire thing, and ever since he quote unquote jumped Seth and basically made Bronson Reed fall in line, he hasn't done anything. He's like fell back into the same role he was with Seth. Like back when Paul Heyman was like, "Hey man," when he told what's it called, Logan Paul, like don't say Brock's name. And then you saw how when Paul Heyman basically said Brock Lesnar is the biggest beast, and then he was like, "All right, go ahead and tell," like he basically handed the mic, like, "Oh, go ahead and say whatever you're gonna say. I just discredit everything you say."
Right.
Because you're not the scariest dog in the yard, if you want to use that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still Brock. Like, I think Braun, if they're gonna do this, whoever the person is that's interfering has to have a beef with both Braun Breaker and CM Punk. Like, you know what I mean? Right, you have to have something because you have to establish Braun Breaker as the leader of this faction. Like, it's like I get it. Like, if you watch AEW, Don Callis is Don Callis family, but that's only a name. Like, it's like, oh, so you booted him to follow the guy that doesn't wrestle? And then you going around saying, like, they're in direct conflict of each other. Like, CM Punk, you're just another veteran that says you can do this, but can't lace up anybody's boots. So you think if you're in that mentality, like, think about it. If you believe the character that he's portraying, why would he be cool with Brock Lesnar being who he is? If Brock Lesnar is the number one example of what you hate about the veterans, right? You're taking opportunity, you're taking TV time, you ain't moving out the way, you're a step slower. Think about it.
Shane, what you think?
I mean, I agree, yes, and I just think it's too early to pull the trigger. I wouldn't do it at that first show. I think, I guess it also depends. We don't know for sure how long Seth is going to be out. Like, that's one of the things that they're teasing. But
that was just the show.
What's that?
That was just them at the show. No one else curves tops.
Yeah, nobody in the world can do that move. It's impossible.
Yeah, and Seth got taller and stronger. And Seth
taller.
And Seth is really, really cut. But that person was cut and bigger. So
I don't think he was taller.
So you saying it was Mox?
No, it was
the internet ran wild with the thought that it was Moxley. What are you all talking about?
It was Boston Beery.
Exactly.
Guy whose name Boston Beery. That guy. It was that guy. Mr. Attack on Titan smile himself.
Shout out to Glenn for is the Vision, the Timu NWO.
No.
Ouch.
No, because I really liked the Vision when it was led by Seth, because I'm like, all right, we're going to get a fourth member. Like, I always knew Brock was always penciled in to be a part of the team for War Games. But, now it's like, hey, like, this is how I am. If you're waiting on somebody, because I think Vision was the vehicle to make Braun Breaker a main event player. If the person that you're going to use as the catalyst is out, just speed up the plan. Am I right or am I wrong? Or you just got to make him wait until that person comes back. Because then you're in a weird situation that the crowd might be like, why is this man still not the guy yet? Like, you know what I mean?
Is he supposed to be the guy?
Yeah, like I feel like this was an entire vehicle to elevate both him and Bronson. Bronson Reed has already been elevated. And now it's awkward. Like we both a team, but me and you tag a whole bunch, but we're not looking at the tag team belts. And we're not individually trying to get a belt. Like we just here to beat up people. At least the APA made it about them getting paid. Like we're here to beat up people for money. Like Bronson Reed, like at least give him a title shot. Like I think this week on Friday, Bronson Reed should come out and beat up Cody and be like, okay, I'm getting a title shot too. Like, you know what I mean? Like make why they did what they did about something. Not like, all right, well, I guess you don't like him. I don't like him either. Like you already pulled the trigger on Bronson Reed because he beat the tribal chief not once but twice. And he's kind of on another level too. And he already beat up Seth, if you want to be honest.
Which makes no sense why he's on the Division, but I digress.
So hey, like you know what I mean? Like, and it's always weird when you get a faction that they're both after the same thing. Like when Paul Heyman first came out, he was like, how come my guys are not in the tournament? You beat up the like wait, so what happens? So both of you guys are gonna fight each other, and then at the end of it, may the best man win?
Shake on it.
Like it makes no sense. But we shall see. Now, barring any weirdness or whatever, because I think the John Cena show is going to fully showcase NXT. Where at the end, yeah, he's gonna have challenge matches that he already set up. Tournaments that are going to start tonight.
Like Glenn in the chat.
What you said?
She said, would you want the Vision to have the same run as the Bloodline in their prime? No, I'm good.
No, because Bloodline is a once in a lifetime thing. You can't keep replicating the same thing over and over again. You can go back to it if you have the same people, but you can't just be like, this is going to be your Bloodline storyline. Like, you know what I mean? Then it's going to be like a video game. Remember how Raw versus SmackDown, WWE2K used to have just rehash the same storylines that they did in the earlier year?
Yep.
It was like the same thing. It's like, we don't need that. We need you to come up with something innovative. I think the Vision worked because of Seth. And the fact that now Seth is gone and they continue, I think they should have reversed course. Kind of like the Judgment Day. Remember how the Judgment Day was like, woo, we're the White Six, but we're not. Because we're 3 and we're not the Brood. But then, okay, we got rid of Edge, but now we're cool artsy guys. And now we're like, no, now they're just like a cool faction.
But with no championships.
What'd you say?
She said they tried it. They said MFT, but with no championships.
With who? With the Bloodline? I mean, I think MFT, like, I think honestly, and it's like this hurts my heart. Because I love Jeff Cobb, but Jeff Cobb should not be with that faction. I think if you knew that the brothers were coming back and you're bringing the youngest brother in, hey Jeff, we're gonna put you over here somewhere else. You know what I mean? Be a single star. Like, challenge Dragunov. Not be the little brother that's here that's playing without a remote control. Every time I see that man stand next to the other Samoans, it's just like somebody get him somebody show him at an angle, because it's crazy, because he is a really big athletic guy, but he looks like he don't belong. It look like he cosplaying MFT. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I think if the Vision did not come along, guess who would have been part of MFT?
Who?
Bronson? Yeah. They would have done that reveal as part of some.
He rolled with him. He helped Solo Survivor Series last year.
So that tells you where they were gonna go with that. And then Seth said, nah, let me go ahead and grab this man real quick.
Which still makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for you to say it.
Yeah. But think about it. I would rather him being in this fashion than him walking around with what's that movie from the 90s with what's it called? Dead presidents with the dead presidents makeup. Like God, Gorillas of Destiny, or the Tama and Tonga Loa. The face paint is a part of their gimmick in New Japan. And then what's it, Tala Tonga, when there were a trio, he did it too. But then it's like nah, we got so we need JC Mateo to do the same thing. And then it's funny because they all look like they're a band because Solo is not even painting his face.
Solo, the lead singer.
Damn. But at least the lead singer just changes his shirt. He's not even wearing the same uniform. Like, you know what I mean? They like, yo, even go back and watch Silk Sonic and what's it called? Like they all wear the same thing, but they differentiate with colors, accents. Subsequent is like, it's like if like they were in the group chat and they're like, yeah, we're gonna come out with all black painted faces. It's like it is what it is. But
you gotta put Derek to sleep.
I mean, Derek was falling asleep last week. He's been.
I had the baby last week. That does not count. All right.
I mean, he did fall asleep on live.
You'll understand. You will understand.
What? So, Derek, you'll be live in person for the Cena match.
That's the plan. If these prices get better, yeah, because
hopefully, you know,
mad.
Hopefully,
I gotta learn how to cut some hair if I'm going.
Hopefully Gunther trips and all of a sudden the Miz
sell them cards right there. You better sell some cards.
What cards? I got nothing.
You better get out there and make that money.
He said you better hit.
You trying to put me on the corner? What the hell?
You better hit the block and oil that thing down.
That's what it sounded like.
You better oil that thing down. But you know, I think we're in the slow season for wrestling. You know, before we go,
Rock Band, I'm dead. That's
what you say?
MFT. Timu Kiss Rock Band.
Wow. So, Derek, what do you want to in 2026? Is it right around the corner?
It is.
What change do you want in WWE booking?
You want me
like if you're booking Raw, the first Raw of the year and the first SmackDown, what are some immediate changes? Like what fresh storyline? You know what? Where the hell are the Creed brothers?
Oh, they pissed somebody off.
Damn.
Like yo, they are hot and ready. Like they have the Creed brothers, they have the New Day, they have the Judgment Day, they have AJ Lee. Like
they hurt two people. I don't remember who, but they hurt two people and on the shelf.
Like
listen,
they were supposed to be the ones. What cue that Star Wars things like you was a chosen one. Like I was so happy when they hit the main event, and it's just like, man, they should have just stayed in NXT for all that.
She said Solo is Diana Ross and MFT is the Supremes.
Man, listen, she not wrong. She not wrong.
They said for 2026 you push Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile.
I mean, she came out with a hair straight and she ain't got no braids, right? That was her on Monday.
Yeah,
I had to do a double take. I was like, hey, where your braids, girl?
She demanded the IC matchup.
With the middle part.
And then your man tried to say, like, yeah, we already win. That was coming down the pike. Like, ma'am, you just, like, are you okay? You might hurt yourself again. Like, relax. First of all, that was a promo. We need, like, that's the biggest storyline that WWE has right now in the women's division.
What?
When you're over here getting pre-taped segments, looking like Rocky.
It was a good segment, too.
Yeah, like she's probably the most interesting storyline. But if the truth, if what we heard in the rumor mill that WWE does not really book the IC title like that, those mid card titles, then hey, it's gonna be a long disappointment.
That's what's up.
But okay, so what do you think about this revamping of the Judgment Day? Do you think is all a setup, or you think they're gonna be as prominent they are? Like, can you see?
I think it's time to break up.
You think it's time to break up?
I think it's coming.
So what? How do you think it's coming? You think it's gonna be a situation where the ladies win the tag team champion, Liv wins the belt, and then everybody else is like they kick out Finn and
I think Finn turns. Like, I think Finn turns.
So who's out? Like, is it gonna be like we're saying? It's gonna be the Americans and the European looking versus the Mexicans.
I think Liv and Dom leave and go face.
Really? But then that leaves like to me when a
face
faction
Dom,
like
a face Hill, a face Leah or Liv Morgan, a face Liv Morgan does not sound fun.
Yeah,
they're both better as bad guys.
We don't know because we've never seen them since they skyrocketed.
Well, we've seen her as a bad guy. I remember she was a
we've seen her as a bad guy. We haven't seen her as a face.
Yeah, we have.
They reached the next level. Not since they reached the next level. The
okay, because I remember she was Rhea Ripley's concubine. Remember?
Right, but
it was like
I think everyone can agree that since they were face, they have elevated themselves to the next level. They have put themselves to main event level.
Oh no!
Why did they got to break up?
Oh. Why they have to?
Because they're not the New Day, and everybody else breaks up.
Every group ends.
Unless you're the New Day.
So then why you do this episode of them, they're coming back to run it? Like, hey, you could arguably give them the titles that they're searching.
Finn's face in the back.
It was the reason that they bring it back and let them run everything is to set up the fall. The fall is the best when it comes from the top.
So how will you set it up? Is it when somebody fails
first?
What'd you say?
They said JD will get kicked out first.
And it depends on how it goes. But I think the split that we're going to end up seeing is that either Dom,
the white facing,
Dom and Liv leave, either face or heel. The remainders go to the other side, face or heel, whatever that case may be. But I could see it with Roxanne being the wedge that starts to drive, and Liv is like, what is this? I'm the leader. Or I could see it with Liv being the wedge and Finn being the guy that's like, you know what? I'm better than all of you. I was a freaking world champ.
I think honestly, I want to see a situation where the women regain all their titles, and then it comes down to like Finn and Lord Farquaad getting a title match and them coming up short, and then them being like, "Hey man, like this is a championship faction. You guys didn't get the memo."
So you got Liv beating Stephanie.
I think at this point, yeah, because this is a free title reign. This is a long-term booking that we never expected. And I think you give her you play hot potato with this title until Naomi comes back, right?
Yeah, she should still be champion. I understand. I agree with you.
Like,
you know, that's what said all night.
Like, hey, like, unless they're gonna flip flop him again, which who knows? The fact that Jade won, Naomi might come back. And then you know what that does to Oos? Like, no more Raw for me. In more ways than one. More ways than one. But I don't know. I think Finn and JD leave together because I don't think he wants to be a single star at this point. What do you think?
No.
Or you have a situation where Finn has to challenge down for the IC title and then wins, and then you get revealed later on that it was Finn that asked for this title shot.
Yeah.
You know, he could be like, no, you know, he said you needed a challenger. And then, you know, that could
Which
be
that's kind of what they've been doing the entire time. Like that underlying thing has always been there. Like the are we friends? Are we not? Are we friends? Are we not? But I think it's only a matter of time. Like I don't see them going more than 3 months before they break it up.
I don't know. Oh, hey,
what do you want to see in 2026, bro? Marcos?
Honestly, I don't even know. I honestly want all the wrestlers that are finally getting their shots to be healthy, because Seth being hurt, and it's like, it's never when Seth is like in between storylines, is when he's been the guy he's gotten hurt. Like CM Punk arguably coming back from probably one of the most frustrating injuries he's ever had, getting hurt at Royal Rumble, and you knowing that the rest of the year had so many plans for you. You know what I mean? Liv Morgan losing like what was it, 8 months or something? How many months has she been going for?
I think it's close to 8 or 9 months. I think you used that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's to the point that it's like, man, like Cody did not need to be in War Games. Like, what if that man would have like hurt himself, and then you would have been like, it is by the title belt by himself. Like, then you would have had to been like, yo, Cena. Like, yo, the fact that Cena's leaving, I think Randy, they pulled back his schedule because he got hurt a little bit, and I think he's ready to go, and they're just holding him. Like, the roster.
Well, I think it's only there's going to be some big transitions over the next couple of years, because we're going to start to see, obviously AJ has already announced that he's only got a little bit time left. We're going to start to see Randy on his way out. Honestly, I don't think we're too far, like 2 to 3 years from Kofi and Xavier starting to make their way out. So,
I think they have a better life shelf, and I think the smart thing is that AJ Styles is doing the tag team, because that protects you. You know what I mean? Like, it's less wear and tear. It's like, I don't know, man.
But,
like,
and we're also at a point where there's viable people that can come up with the signing of Joe Hendry. He's right there at that level. He's a main event, not a main event guy, but a main roster guy. Excuse me. Javon Evans is probably ready to take that step. I think, you know, it's not going to be long before we see Oba and Trick make their way up the roster. So I think there's a lot of change over the next 1 to 2 years that really starts to alter the landscape.
I hope that when Oba and Trick get there, they don't leapfrog the people that have been waiting in line, like Carmelo and Dragunov. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, you got
waiting in line.
I mean, he's still Dragunov. That is why you think they moved Sammy from that. That is a mid card spot that he's in. You know what I mean?
Definitely, but I don't think he's a main event player right now.
But I think they're doing more traction than he was. Like, I think Carmelo, if he slides into that, it's still not gonna. He's gonna have a belt, but it's not gonna slide him up the card. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like I really hope that, and I think Miz's career is probably on the way.
Oh yeah, Miz is right there too. He's on the way out for sure.
Like, I think, and does it do with the service that you make SmackDown like what they've always been, like the enhanced, not enhanced, but like the younger talent where they come up, and then Raw.
I like that because it also lends itself to and kind of the opposite of what you're saying, but Raw is still supposed to be the flagship, and even though
SmackDown's the better show,
SmackDown is the free show as well. Monday Night Raw is the flagship, and it gets more viewership. And because of that, when you want to see these people that are making their way out, that's where you're going to get the most eyes on it.
Like,
but speaking of making the way out, I actually have to get ready to go here in a second.
Go ahead, do your thing. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely, fellas.
But like, I'm surprised that Cody did not move to Raw. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like CM Punk with the roster fits better on SmackDown.
So you want them titles to switch brands?
Not even switch brands. Like, if you want to flop champions, like, you know,
you can't
like
you can't take Cody and give him the secondary title.
No, but you could have the tribal chief beat Cody or somebody like CM Punk and then take that and move and then Cody challenge whoever the champion is. I just like because it's like it seems like Cody's fighting to find main eventers.
Maybe that's why his storyline's boring.
Like there's nobody there, and it's because because it's a bunch of part timers and a bunch of people that got hurt.
So basically, what I'm hearing you say is the storyline sucks.
Hey, I guess so. But there, what do you want to see? Like honestly, right now, and we'll leave the show at this point. After this, if you could book a WrestleMania, what would the final two matches of each night would be?
With the people that I have right now,
or whoever it can even be people that you know should be back by then. With the exception of Seth. I don't even know if Seth is going to be back. I think SummerSlam is more than likely. Unless he's John Cena. If this was Seth like 6 years ago, but this is Seth in his 30s.
I was like, John Cena would have been back. John Cena's also
But John Cena did that when Cena was like 31. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, true that. Let's see. What would my final two matches be?
On each night. Like, what would you push, like, outside of the commercials, which I think WWE's story or direction is very clear in the men's, at least.
Yeah.
Like, if I was a betting man, I think it would be Brock and Roman and Cody and Punk. Whether they're going to be for the titles, yeah. Whether for the titles, I don't know. That's still to be seen.
I'm cool on that. I think well, she's not gonna be back by then. So that's
who?
I was gonna say Naomi.
I think so, because isn't she like how long is maternity leave? Isn't it 3 months?
I mean that, but I mean,
but that's in regular jobs because I wasn't Becky gone for a whole year.
So was Alexa Bliss.
No, she was gone for like almost 2.
Alexa Bliss was gone for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But
so what would you?
I will probably get a.
I do know I don't want The Rock. I'm good. I'm good on The Rock, dog.
It's I love The Rock, and I love The Rock.
Save him for Saudi, for one of your Saudi pay-per-views.
No, not that.
He's not a U.S. guy no more. Like, come on, man. Like, and I love The Rock, but I think The Rock is an attraction. Don't let him gum up your storylines because then it's like he's proven unreliable.
I would say if The Rock had to be involved, it would be a Rock versus Roman thing, like something that doesn't need a storyline. You know what I'm saying? If Roman's not tied up in anything big, that's how I would bring The Rock in. It would be what we did not get in Philly. You know, that's how I would bring that.
So, okay.
As far as that goes, I would want one night to be Naomi versus Bianca.
Okay.
For the belt.
Okay.
No matter who got it or if it's vacant, one of them to go over. Just because that beef is a whole thing. Is he still in the background? Hold on.
No, I don't think so. He might be uploading his recordings.
No, he's still right here.
Oh.
Are you not leaving?
I'm about to, but I was leaving it open so it would upload.
Oh, yeah, that's
okay,
what I was saying.
Got you. See, I was like, what in the world's going on?
So, okay.
That would definitely be one. Because if I do it, I'm gonna do one men's, one women's.
Okay, that's fine.
Men's wise, if it's not that Cody and Roman, or not Cody and Roman, it's not The Rock.
Do you really want Cody and Roman running that back again?
No, I'm good on that.
Like, yes, we deserve a 3, but
it was a misstep. It was a miss words. I mean, if it's not Rock and Roman, just because, like I said, no storyline is really needed for that. And if Roman isn't tied up in anything, I think that'll be good, a good match. I will go. I go Cody and Jacob. Cody and Jacob for the belt. Just because
that's a lot of moving. That's a lot of moving parts.
Not really, because I mean he was in the names of number one contendership match.
But like to get him to that point that you could put him to end the night with that. Like I feel like you have to establish him really quickly.
I feel like those two ladies could end night 2. So honestly, that could be a night 1 match if we're going, because it's 2 nights. So
yeah.
But I feel like folks are gonna pop for Jacob, and regardless, it's Cody. So that's the whole thing.
All right.
So if I was just to do that, just on some WrestleMania type shit, I think that would be it. I think it's different.
And those would be your main events for night 1 and night 2, interchangeably.
Yeah, those would be my 2 main events that I would like to see.
What about the secondary men's title, the secondary women's title, the one that wouldn't be involved in any of those matches? What would you see?
So what would I go? I would go with like a Jade Cargill versus Rhea.
Okay.
Bianca and Rhea, just because two powerhouses. I think that'll be dope for the belt. On the men's side, I feel like Punk is an old guy. If he still has the title at that point in time, I feel like he needs to put it over to somebody that's new. So for me, because I feel like when he does make the main roster, he's gonna be a force. I'd say either Trick or Oba.
Okay, I can see that.
I do want to see in 2026. I do want to see us have some type of black champion, because we honestly, bro, like we don't get that shit that often.
I mean, outside of the youth movement, the black veterans are all in one company. They all left at the same time. Like if you think about it, outside of the young talent, and I feel like Oba and Trick and all of them are like in the same class as a Swerve and Powerhouse Hobbs. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't really a big swimming pool, like gene pool of people that were in main TV wrestling like that. And then when Bobby Lashley was always a mainstay, but once he left, it was like there wasn't really somebody else. But I do think that we're going to see more diversity at the top of the card. I'm hoping so. I think one of the last hurrahs that we're going to have for somebody. And he's not really a purebred American. It's funny because he's half Cuban. It's Cody.
How long would you want Jay to have, or Jey Uso to have a belt? So they said they want Jey Uso to get the belt and have a long run. What's a long run to you? That's my question.
To me?
Yeah, what's a long run? Until I see it in the comments.
I think a good run is 2 or 3 of the big 4 PLEs.
So do you give them like over 6 months? Give them 9?
I say give him 9, if not give him a year. I think a year is easy. Yeah, I think a year is easy, especially with and you could throw different people at him. You know what I mean? And then out of those people, whoever he has the best chemistry with, that's the person that at the end that dethrones him. You know what I mean?
Ooh, we got in the comments. They want Jimmy to get a push. I would definitely like to see that.
Not a world title. He got to start at the mid card like everybody else, dog.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Again, we talked about this. You guys are genetically very similar, and yo, man, it's circumstances. Because was it like? And again, I might be hazy on this because I'm an old man. Wasn't Jimmy supposed to get that spot?
Jimmy was supposed
to. He got hurt.
It's supposed to be Big Jim.
which is crazy.
But the pivot, no, I would definitely say he needs to start with a mid card title.
Yeah, because I think at this point,
but a push nonetheless. That's still a push.
Yeah, but because I think at this point is Reigns, Jay, Solo, Jimmy, and that's out of that. And then if you really want to be honest, it's Reigns, Jay, Jacob, Solo, Jimmy. You know, that's I'm being real. But I would love
we need a tag team triple threat. And one person said maybe Jay and Jimmy opposite titles and fight for both titles would be fire. I feel like with Jay and Jimmy, I feel like if they have another match against each other, they need that shit not to be rushed. Like how it was in Philly, to where their time got cut. Like it has to be a semi-lengthy match, not crazy long, but not 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see if this storyline with Jay leads to a full blown attitude change and heel run. I would love to see him dethrone Cody at a Mania.
Listen, bro, when I tell you I wanted him to pick Cody at Rumble, like after Rumble,
but he wasn't going to do it. He was too popular. Like now, I can see him 100% do it, and I can see Reigns facing Punk. That has to be where they're going with this 1-on-1 for the title. I think Reigns can elevate that belt.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like you can't have Roman be like, "Oh, that belt looked good on me," and not have him take one of those belts, whichever belt it is. But I feel like, the World Heavyweight one
should. It's a beautiful belt. It's nice. And then I can finally throw the Tribal Chief plates on it. That's all we need.
Yeah, you ain't getting them CM Punk plates. Some CM Punk plates is nice though.
They are, but
they ain't got a lot of.
We weren't home for the sale.
Plates with they got a lot of plates with color on them now.
Yeah.
And I think the only person that got them is the New Day, which they never dropped. Jay, which is version 2, and Punk.
That's funny.
Sasha had color plates.
Yeah, it was back in the day. So I think we're in a good spot.
Oh yeah,
and this we're 2 hours, and I honestly, generally, I just want to be surprised. I don't want to be able to predict things. I want to be wrong about Gunther, but I think I'm not.
I mean, I don't think you are either.
But it's like it makes sense if they're doing what they're doing, but it sucks that injury is a reason why we get surprise championship reigns. Mm-hmm. Like I think Vakir will be great. I think if Liv puts her over, that is going to be a great match. And it's like, honestly, I want to see her versus Raquel, but Raquel, I guess she's there to support Roxanne for the time being, you know?
Listen, I would love to see Raquel with a woman's title.
I mean, she had the NXT title. It
was Raquel, Rhea, and Bianca.
Yep.
They were all champions.
That was a good time. But we could say that we're going to be watching wrestling at home this week, and we have a live SmackDown, and it's going to be dope. So thank you guys for joining us for a long-winded Bumps and Bruises podcast, in which you saw me referencing getting that thing oiled down. We saw Derek with meat hanging out of his mouth. We saw Shane run in late and run out early, which seems to be something that he does. And, but hey, like and subscribe. Did we even pick anybody to get the autograph? I think at some point you should just randomly pick somebody. We get an address and I send it out to them.
Was it that, or was it our
Was
whatever?
it, I think 50 followers or something. I don't know. But hey,
we'll talk about it next week. We'll figure it out.
Well, thank you guys. We'll see you on the next episode of the Bumps and Bruises podcast. Until then, peace. And let me